You're welcome to Open Forum podcast with Citizen MKO, and open forums about people, issues, ideas, and solutions. And as we say here, that wherever this flag is flown, we take care of our own. This is actually a redebuting of the Open Forum podcast that we initiated in 2024. But because of exigencies of time, we are here because we had something that was akin to an administrative bullying that got us off radio airwaves after 5 years. Habit is going to be very temporal, and we are here to continue to do what we know how to do best, adding value to society. When you talk about people, issues, ideas, and solutions, you know that whatever you hear in the news is more than news. There are issues to be dissected and understood. We are an ideas bank, and I am your host, Citizen Matthew Kofi O'Connor, Citizen MKO. I'm just an ordinary citizen, but with extraordinary drive of patriotism. On this edition of the Open Forum podcast, we are going to look at something that has become very topical in the last few days in Nigeria, and that is talking about the Muslim ticket of the presidency under His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And our caption on this very issue is Nigeria's journey to the Muslim ticket. You may not be aware, or some may not be aware, that this very journey did not start with the August of the announcement by the APC presidential candidate, former Lagos State Governor, former Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who in July 2022 announced Shetima, a fellow Muslim, as his running mate. As if that wasn't enough, on August the 8th, 2026, an Islamic cleric, Sheikh Yahya Jingle, who is said to be a leader of the Izala sect, Islamic sect, domiciled majorly in Plateau State, attended a mass wedding organized by the governor of Kano State, Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf, and in attendance were some of his other colleagues. At least I can recall that Governor Umar Namadi of Jigawa was also there, where Sheikh Yahya Jingle said something that has set the country into motion of discussing that very statement. Now, listen to what Sheikh Jingle said.
Ahmad Bola Tinubu, wanda ya daga tutar siyasarsu, ya mata kirari da Muslim. Na ce ina ɗaya daga cikin masu daga tutar musulunci in kira jama'a ku taho mu yi Muslim. Na sani cewa kafirai na jin zafin wannan kalma. To amma ba akwai kiristoci ba akwai yahudawa ba akwai masu bautar magiro ba. Ni musulmi mai wa'azin musulunci da na ce muslim mai na taɓa nasu. Na hana kirishin ya faɗa ne, na hana magiro ya faɗa ne, na hana ɗan tantar.
Yeah, you heard it right there. Sheikh Jingle said, "Here I urge you to prepare your votes. Let us show the world that infidels are lying. that they outnumber us. Show the infidels their limit. Nigeria is a Muslim country, and if you don't want to accept a Muslim ticket, you should leave Nigeria because it belongs to us. If not because of Muslim ticket, the Christians in Nigeria will think they are more than us. This is why we must make sure that the Muslim ticket continues to succeed so that our dominance will remain sustained. I had to re-echo that. You heard it from his lips. And the interesting part, like you can see in the video, the governors of Kano and Jigawa State and some other top shots who were present were highly excited. They were applauding a statement that has been roundly condemned by not just Christians and Christian bodies, but by Muslims who believe in the country. Talking about the forum, like I said, was a 1.5 billion naira mass wedding for 1,500 people. Some of them, they may be having their maybe second, third, or fourth wives married for them by the government, and then given a token of, apart from the beddings and whatever, a token of 200,000 for them to go and start their lives. That is what certain persons, maybe it's not even on a lighter note. I will want to quote what one of the attendees had to say about the issue of mass wedding. His name is said to be Kabir Gombe. You will see his picture on the screen right now. And the quote is, "Mass wedding is a solution to insecurity in northern Nigeria. If government wants to end terrorism, banditry, kidnapping, and protests, let them marry out youths, and these problems will automatically disappear." That's not the topic for today. So, why are we really looking at the statement by Jingle that has seemed to awaken people's consciousness that, Muslim ticket, is it this dangerous? So is Nigeria now a Muslim country? How did we even get here, like people will ask, despite even knowing that they got here with their eyes wide open? I want to take us back to 2022, that in the month of June 2022, there was a meeting, or reportedly so, a meeting of 16 Fulani countries, and it was held in Nigeria. And the outcome of that meeting, there is actually no publicly seen communique to that effect. But however, it must be known that there was a communique, or there was a meeting of the Fulanis across Africa in Nigeria. And after that meeting, between June, the same month of June, there was a meeting of the northern governors. And the resolution was that the presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress, the APC, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, should pick a Muslim as his running mate. It was reported that it wasn't the general agreement. Some said yes, one of them as a governor of the north, from a northern state, should be picked as a running mate. But eventually, the louder voices, which from report had Governor Ganduje of Kano State leading the pack, insisting that it is very important for a Muslim ticket. And people like Babache Lawal, the former Secretary of the Federal Government, kicked against it, and he is quoted to have said that for the APC, a Muslim ticket had been a long-term political strategy. Howbeit, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as the candidate of the APC, picked Shetima, a former governor of Borno State, two-term governor, former senator, as his running mate. And as if that was not enough, there was a meeting of Islamic leaders, Islamic clerics from various sects, and it was held in Kano. And at that meeting, we're going to, let me just allow you to watch what was said at the meeting having to do with the adoption of a Muslim ticket and what Ganduje had to say. We have among them Dr. Abdul Dalib Mohammed, the leader of the Muslim Leaders Union of Northern Nigeria, and Sheikh Abdullah Pakistan, who is the leader of the Zala Union of Northern Nigeria, who spoke of a hunger for Muslim ticket and the fact that they are not interested in the dividends of democracy, but the promotion of jihad. Take a listen, and we'll be back shortly.
It is history that will repeat itself when it comes to winning election by the grace of the Almighty Allah. And now we are in democracy, so there is nothing like suspending election. Dr. Abdul Muttalib Muhammad is the leader of the Muslim Leaders Union of the Northern and Southern region. He explained the purpose of holding the conference. Our intention is that we are Muslims and Muslim preachers. That is why we gather the leaders of different sections, leaders of Sangaya, leaders of Zari, and all others in order to sensitize people about this agenda we have in view. That is ensuring that we choose a Muslim and a Muslim, what we call the Muslim ticket. The union we invited are about 75 in number, especially the Izala Union from Kaduna, Izala Union from Jos, Salafia, Kadaria, Tiljaniya, GTI, M1, Form 1, and women in Dawa, together with our Yoruba Muslim brethren that are here, our Igbo Muslim brethren with the union of all Imams of Kano State. We rally round all the unions so that we can have good platform to pass this message. What we show the leaders is that it is not a matter of we are coming to build road and infrastructure for you or the promise of giving you position. What we are talking about is who will establish the dignity of Islam and also uphold the respect of our religion. This candidate support our religion. For that reason we are with him. When anyone dishonor our religion, we will tell the people that we are not with him. But the major issue we want to tell people is that a Muslim, no matter where he is better than an infidel. And when you join two Muslims, they will give you the victory that one Muslim cannot give you. This is why we have been sensitizing the people to understand that the Muslim ticket is very serious and it's a jihad to us as leaders. The leader of Izala Union of Kano region, Sheikh Abdullah Saleh Pakistan, said this. Well, the discussion first and foremost was on the history of how this candidate has had his hunger of Muslim ticket for long. How he joined the Ribadu party with a Muslim from their own region. And now he joined the party of Abiola and Ghana Kimkibe. And considering how he is bent of being...
You've heard it all. So, the Muslim ticket, despite His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, prior to 2015 general election, he himself had wanted to deputize former President Muhammadu Buhari on a Muslim ticket, and some notable leaders of the APC kicked against it, and he eventually withdrew, and according to him, he now presented Professor Yemi Osinbajo, his former Attorney General as Lagos State Governor, to deputize President Muhammadu Buhari And he made some very strong statements quoted in the media that a Muslim ticket will destroy Nigeria. How far that is true, it's there, you can fact check. But whether he said it or he was misquoted, but actually he owned up to say that he wasn't comfortable with the Muslim ticket. That was why he gave up his opportunity of deputizing late President Muhammadu Buhari. So what changed between 2014, 2015 and 2023? The essence of this podcast is to give us insight that there have been people who have been working on the background to establish the Muslim ticket. And what Sheikh Yahaya Jingo said, and which he has further added, that he has no apology to his statement, showing that it wasn't a slip of tongue. That was why the governors who were present at that mass wedding were very excited, and they have not made any statement to condemn that act. What will be the outcome of the Nigerian state going into the 2027 general elections with the division, with the seed of discord sown by statements that should have only been said to have been leaks, and those people involved will have denied? What will be the outcome is only time that will tell. But here on Open Forum, we are saying that Nigeria being a secular state and the constitution not recognizing a single religion as a state religion, and with the availability of the federal character principle, the application of the federal character principle, the application of the 1999 Constitution as amended, despite its flaws, should be able to address this very unfortunate development that has caused serious divisions in thinking and in feelings among Nigerians. We'll keep you posted as events unfold. Remember to follow, like, and share. We are about building a community of the bright and the brave for a better society. See you in our next edition.